Good day to you viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Press Secretary of British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. And what magnificent thing have I got to show you today? Well, this wonderful machine I bought from eBay. It wasn't very much money, it had some decent pictures, but I think people assumed this horn was a repro. Well, it isn't, it's all beautifully embossed Nouveau. Has been cleaned and polished. And maybe that's the key. Collectors like things to be horrible and grungy. A bit like themselves, perhaps. I'm certainly one of those things. Anyway, and polishing and restoring things may be very nice if you can display them, but for, you know, most collectors, it does rather put them off. And this is a wonderful machine. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Wonderful plaque there with sort of Cupid and Psyche, or maybe, oh, I've forgotten the other names. Typical. Venus and Cherub. I've forgotten his name now. Never mind. We'll forget about that. Original back bracket there. Really, really nice thing. German sort of ball jointed tone arm to avoid the patents. There we are. Perfectly original back bracket there. Absolutely original. Original horn, as I say, polished. But that's, and then we'll have a look at the motor. Take that record off. See if I can. There we are. Single sprung, and it's a Parlophone motor. You can see the thing there. All the original case there, all old and dry and perfectly useful. Very peculiar speed control that some of these motors have, and the I don't know whether you can see it there, the speed dial is wonderful Art Nouveau engraved with flowers. I don't think I've ever seen another one. Beautiful, really. Handle is very odd. It's got a bar down the middle there, so it locates on the motor. There we go. Right, well, we ought to play a record. We'll take that one off. I've just been testing that. But the original soundbox, which is a reformed Chaldos, as they call it, perfectly original to this machine. And what I think we'll do is play a contemporary record, and a very interesting record it is too. I grabbed it off a heap earlier, and it turns out to be very unusual. It's Jumbo Record A28L by the look of it, or 1 perhaps. It's A Long Way to Tipperary, sung by Stanley, Kirkby, and it has 3 verses which explain what the song's really about. Anyway, let's have a listen to that with the original reformed Chaldos.
Irish paddy, oh, saying Mike Maloney wants to marry me, and so leave this Fran and Piccadilly, or you'll be to blame. For love has fairly drove me silly, hoping you're the same. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, for the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, excellent word. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
Well, there we are, viewers. That was jolly good, wasn't it? With that extra verse actually explaining the song. I think we'll actually give it a go, and we'll talk amongst yourselves a second whilst I wind it up and change the soundbox. We'll give it a go with a later soundbox, because that was a mica diaphragmed reform Shaldos of well, contemporary with the machine, which I suppose is you know, it's a Parlophone of what, 1910, 1912, somewhere around that sort of period. Let's put some more steam in this. It is only single sprung after all. That's better. Right, here we go with a... I'll have to change the needle. I'd forgotten about that. Let's find another needle. There we are. That's it. Right. Here we go again.
London came an Irishman one day. As the streets are paved with gold, sure everyone was gay, singing songs of Piccadilly, Strand and Leicester Square, till Paddy got excited, then he shouted to them there, it's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go, it's a long way to Tipperary, the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Edmondswell. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. Stanley wrote a letter to his Irish Molly, oh, saying, should you not receive it, write and let me know. If I make mistakes in spelling Molly, dear, said he, remember it's the pen that's bad, don't lay the blame on me. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. Molly wrote a neat reply to Irish Paddy, oh, saying Mike Maloney wants to marry me, and so leave the Strand and Piccadilly, or you'll be to blame. For love has fairly drove me silly, hoping you're the same. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Rossendale. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
Well, there we are, viewers. Now, I bought this off eBay, as I say. It wasn't a huge sum of money. It came with an original needle box. There you go, plain one, and the original case for the sound box. So there we are. What did it cost me? £205. An absolute bargain. Do I think it's worth? Well, good question. 15 years ago, I can imagine a top dealer, if such a thing existed then, asking, well, they used to get 700 or 800 quid for fairly ordinary machines with brass horns. This is a cut above that, certainly. I would think they would have asked 1200 quid, probably slightly more. What's it worth now? I think about 600 or 700. It's very, very decorative, very Art Nouveau, with all this embossing and that wonderful classically inspired panel, and the fact that it's completely original and not been mucked about with or remotored. Looks like it's been in the same, more or less the same family since new. Case could do with a jolly good clean. It will come up sort of golden oak, but it's a Parlophone of say 1910, 1912, something like that. Well worth having. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you and goodbye.